The special illustration rare Eeveelutions for Prismatic Evolution and Terrestrial Festival have been leaked, and they look insane. My name is Jack, you're watching JBTCG, and today we're going to compare the new leaked Eeveelution SIRs to the old Evolving Skies alt arts. We'll see which ones do I think are better, and how is this set going to turn out? And be sure to let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on Prismatic Evolution and these new leaks. So what was leaked was a whole kind of panel with a bunch of the Eeveelution artworks. I think this might be from the poster, I'm not 100% sure, but it has the regular EX cards and then it has the special illustration rares below it. Unfortunately, the quality is super low when you try and blow up these images, but I used an AI photo enhancer to kind of get a more like realistic look out of them and smooth look. And we'll go through the SIRs from left to right. So the first one up is a Leafeon, which I think it's really, really cool. And when you get any of these cards in person, it's obviously gonna look way better than this, but I think this one is super nice. I love how it's very like centralized, like there's like a lot of like circular, like spiraling into the Leafeon. I think it really like makes the Leafeon pop in the center. And the headpiece, I honestly don't find it to be very bothersome in this card. It's definitely there. And if you don't like the headpieces, this might not be for you. You might prefer the alt arts from Evolving Skies, and I can definitely understand that. I think this does not compare to the Leafeon from Evolving Skies, but I also don't think that the Pikachu SIR from Surging Sparks is that amazing, but that card is above $300 right now. So my opinion doesn't really matter. The general public in the market is probably gonna love this. But in my opinion, we're one for one. The Leafeon is a great card. I absolutely love it. And I think the rainbow borders really work with all of these cards. The Flareon I like a little bit less just because the headpiece takes up so much of the card. The fire in the bottom is pretty cool. I do like that. I don't know, something about this card I don't love. And like when you put it side by side with the Leafeon looks more like in its natural environment. And the Flareon just kind of looks like it's in this like abstract like gemstone thing, which is still somewhat cool, but it's not a win for me. I think we're 1 for 2 on the set so far. The Vaporeon, this one is, I really want to be able to see the background in better like quality. It's really, really grainy in this card for whatever reason. I think this could look really cool. I think the water droplets and like reflections in the water droplets combined with the headpiece could look really, really nice, but obviously we can't really see that right now with the graininess of this card. But I do like this card, and I think a lot of people will like this card. So I think so far we're 2 for 3. How does it compare to the Vaporeon VMAX? Honestly, I think it could match up against it. The Vaporeon VMAX isn't like one of the greatest cards I've ever seen. I don't think it's top 5 from Evolving Skies, or I guess it's not technically from Evolving Skies, but you get the point. But I think this card can compete with it. The Glaceon EX, I really like this one. I like the like fractals in the background. It really looks nice. And the pose that the Glaceon is in is pretty unique. I think overall this card is going to look really, really amazing in person. I think the hollow pattern, or not hollow pattern, the texture pattern combined with the fractal design will look really, really nice. But that is something I can't talk about now because we only have these grainy pictures. So moving on to the next one, we got the Jolteon EX. This one's cool. It reminds me a lot of the Galvantula and the Joltik from, oh, what was it? Stellar Crown. In this card, the gemstones and the headpiece aren't the main focus, and I think it gives it a lot of room to like make the Jolteon the main focus of the card instead of just the gigantic headpiece that's on it. And the lightning and the like vectors that are going in and out of the card, I think look really, really nice. It gives it kind of a nice like 3D effect where it looks like he's hopping out of the card. Kind of like the Gold Stars where those cards were designed to make the Pokemon look like it was hopping out of the frame. I think this one's kind of doing the same thing here. Unfortunately, I don't think it can compete with the Jolteon VMAX promo card. That one's just too insane. That one, it's on another level. That is one of my favorite cards from the Sword and Shield era. So this one is definitely sick, but that one, I don't think it can be topped. Next is the Espeon, and this was another one that I really want to see in higher definition. It looks very hypnotic. There's like a bunch of like lavender flowers or whatever type of flowers surrounding it, and you get like this kind of like, they're like reaching up to the sky where the light is, and the Espeon's just sitting there in the middle. I think people are really, really going to love this card. And honestly, I'm right there with you. This card is going to be absolutely sick. the Sylveon. Sylveon is a fan favorite Pokemon, so this one's going to do well no matter what. And like, it's a bunch of ribbons. It's a very fitting Sylveon card, and I'm not the biggest Sylveon fan, but I know a lot of people are, and this is definitely going to be a top chase in this set, no doubt. I think this, honestly, you can put this up there with the Sylveon VMAX. I think people are going to compare the two, and honestly, I'm 50-50 on it. One over the other, I don't necessarily think one's better. And now we've made it to the big one. This is the Umbreon SIR, and I mean, this is going to be everything people are asking for. This card is going to be enormous. The chase is going to be, it's going to be huge. And this card is really abstract. It's really like trippy looking. It's like you're on mushrooms or something like that. Like, that's the kind of like vibe I'm getting with it. And honestly, I like it. I think it's different. It's super out there, and I like that they're taking this leap. And obviously, it's another Moonbreon kind of card, and if you're saying like, oh, they're just ripping off the Moonbreon, Umbreon cards have had the moon in them since like 2001. So if you're saying they're just riding the hype of the Moonbreon, it's like, sure, maybe, but that's Umbreon's thing. It has the moon in its card. But this card is sick. This is going to be a huge chase. I think the Umbreon VMAX from Sword and Shield is a little bit better, but you can't really complain with this. This is killer. And I think the headpiece really works with the card. It kind of looks like a ring around like the moon behind it. Like, it looks like Saturn's rings almost. And I think it's really well incorporated into the card. It's not super loud and obnoxious like the Flareon. I think it's a killer card. This is going to be huge. And the last one we have to cover is the Eevee. The quality of the image for this card is really bad, so I can't even tell what the background is, but I think this card it's okay. I don't think it's anything special. I think the ETB promo is much better in my opinion, but it's an Eevee special illustration rare. Like, it's gonna do insane. If you're looking to invest in these products, I think this is gonna be another 151 situation. This is gonna be to the moon, absolutely. And if you're looking to pre-order these products, they have the surprise box. It's on Pokemon Center right now. It's a limit of 2 per person, but you can also pre-order these items on GameStop.com for retail. I think they have ETBs at like $50 and from there on out. So in my opinion, overall, we're looking at some insane cards. And honestly, I think some of them can compete with the alt arts from Sword and Shield. I don't think all of them are as nice, but they really killed it with these cards, and considering that they had to have the headpieces incorporated, I think for the most part they did a great job. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys like what we have? Do you like these special illustration rares? And by the way, we have 32 total special illustration rares coming to this set. This isn't even close to that amount. We have so many more special illustration rares to see. I think a lot of them are going to come from the Generation starter decks, which if so, those cards are really, really cool. But those could also come in a later like tag team-esque set. So that isn't confirmed or anything like that, but things are looking up. And that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay safe out there.